What's going on, y'all? So listen. What's going on, y'all? So we are back again. Finally done with this season of Love and Marriage Huntsville. It was revealed at the end that they are getting a season 4, so we shall be here for that. Listen, like I said, I do love the show. This is one of my favorite shows, reality shows, because it actually feels like reality for the most part. I'm pretty sure some parts may be a little bit scripted, but you can't automatically tell, and that's what I really like about the show. They not overdoing it with useless drama. Yeah, they drag some stuff out, but they having real issues to me. Okay, some of this stuff could have been solved a little bit while ago, but you know how niggas are. But anyway, so yeah, Ashley will be back for season 4, so you don't have to ask. Y'all already know I'm locked in. Baby, y'all, I was just tagged. I said, listen, it's too many damn episodes. Okay, listen, tonight I'm tagged. And I saw on the guide, baby, they said that it was supposed to be an hour and a half. I said, no, I don't think I have it in me. Okay, but it really wasn't. It was just an hour. But moving on from there, let's just get into it. They continue with the Marcel and Lewis and, Tiffany thing. And at the end, what we got from that whole situation is Marcel was not here for them trying to give advice because he don't feel like they're qualified. Just because you've been married for 5 years once before, your marriage ended in a divorce, okay? Marcel feels as though, and even Tisha, we've been married 15 years, okay? We the longest that have been married. And like we all said, that is true. People do try to get him advice or whatever. That's true, whatever, that y'all been married the longest. But that doesn't mean, oh girl, fix your shit. That doesn't mean that the marriage is good. That doesn't mean that the marriage is actually working. That doesn't mean that everything is fine. Everything that meets the eye is what it is. It's not what it is, okay? Y'all have issues, which everybody does, but we can see through the issues that y'all having, okay? And I understand I want to take advice from people. And I feel as though the way that Marcel is set up, he wouldn't take advice from anybody, especially somebody that is new coming in. All right. And once again, Lewis is sitting there talking like, do he have a degree in psychology or something? Because that's how he's talking, like he's a therapist or a psychologist or something like that. Okay. As if he can, it is okay to have an opinion. All right, you can have an opinion, but damn, bitch, get to know me first, okay? You judging off of what you see on TV and what other people are saying. You're not judging off of what I'm saying or from what you know about me. You haven't been around me long enough to even say anything like that. Because when the men went off the stage, that's what Marcel was talking about. He was basically like last week saying how I can point out, regardless of if I'm married or not, or I can point out stuff that's going on in your marriage or whatever. That's up to you to take it. Who gave you the right? I mean, yeah, you could do that, but who told you that's cool? I don't like when people give unsolicited advice, okay? I don't like when people give unsolicited opinions and stuff, And that's what happens with us sometimes with public, and you put your stuff out there in the public, so of course people are going to give public opinion. But if I'm close to you and you're trying to get to know me, don't tell me some shit I ain't asked for, okay? That's just like when people try to tell us YouTubers or whatever, oh, you should be doing this and you shouldn't say this or you shouldn't say that. Well, you got your comments open, so we should do. No, and then want to say, oh, it's constructive criticism. Sometimes we take offense to that because we didn't ask for it. Okay, so when we open up the forum for constructive criticism, yeah, go ahead and give it to us. You know what I'm saying? That's when we all ears. But when we didn't ask for it and we just goofing off or doing whatever we doing up in our shit, don't give it to us. Lewis, they didn't ask for it. Don't give it to them, okay? And let that be that. So the women just, it was just funny to me the way that they was cheering at the end, drinking a little champagne, and, they was like, yay, season 4. I said, oh, bitch, if Lewis and Tiffany come back, okay, girl, I'm going to be so shocked. And to be quite honest, maybe they should come back to get him a second chance, okay? Maybe this is just, they'll learn their lessons from the first, season. And maybe this will be their second chance. I don't feel like I will still like them, mostly Tiffany. But, yeah, if they come back, I wouldn't be surprised if they don't. I wouldn't be surprised either. So it can go either way for me, you know. Moving on from that, we get into this whole thing about Destiny feeling that Tiffany is messy. Yes, bitch, you are messy as hell. Okay. When Tiffany called her judgmental, she said, bitch, just like your ass, you very opinionated, you're judgmental too. The same thing can be applied to Tiffany and Destiny. And when I'm sitting here looking at this, the way that they're going back and forth at each other doing this little part, they're practically the same in certain ways. Okay? They're both unapologetically strong in their opinions. And that's okay. Okay? When it's asked for, when it's warranted, when it's done in the correct way, when you're conveying it in a way that is not offensive. Okay? And even Tisha had to tell Tiffany, bitch, you come off as offensive all the time, because she gonna say that Destiny is snappy. You know? Well, girl, y'all thought y'all was cool. I'ma just tell you this, Tiffany. That little kumbaya shit that y'all had, let me say this. It was nothing. It was just a smooth over for the remainder of the show, okay? Because it took you too long to get to the point, and you still don't feel like you did anything wrong. I feel that in my shindo. She feel like she didn't do nothing wrong. Lois feel like they didn't do nothing wrong. And at the end of the day, you did something wrong to offend this girl. And for Mel to sit her ass up there and to say, I don't know what it is. It may be something deeper, because I'm just confused as to why this stuff is going on. Because I do feel like, you know, Destiny never really forgave her or never got over it. So, Mel, you going to sit up here and you going to act dumb like this again? You really going to sit up here on this Melody as Hope, okay? I don't know what your maiden name is, but baby girl, listen. We was all on your side. Truth be told, we all on your side with this Martel situation, okay? But as I look at this season, I've come to realize that you a shit starter, okay? You a provoker to a certain point, you know? And you a gaslighter. You cannot tell me that Mel did not tell Tiffany anything about the women in this group. Didn't tell none of them. Mel, you told them their business. You told them that Lewis and Tiffany, especially Tiffany, their business, all of what was going on or whatever. And now you want to sit here act like you probably didn't and be so surprised when people come up and have an issue with things that's being said, because I just don't feel like Tiffany, did you really do that on your own to come to somebody's birthday party? And the fact that you really don't see what you did wrong, okay? The way that she was responding and going at Destiny or whatever, and talking about how she's judgmental, she's snappy, and she's this. And my thing is, girl, she had a whole reason, because you came to her about something that happened in her past at her birthday party, trying to make it seem that, oh, it's a possibility you're putting out there in the air. It's a possibility that, hey, maybe your man was cheating on you. That's what it came off like. And that's how I would have took it, bitch. I would have been offended as fuck. I don't know this bitch, and you coming into my birthday party, bitch. You better be glad that I let you come, because usually I don't let strangers come into my shit. You know what I'm saying? But this a public place. So yeah, you can sit down with your homegirl. Ask me, how you doing? Oh, well, don't ask me how old I am. Ask me some basic questions. Get to know you questions. Don't put my business out there in the street as if you know me. And that's the part that Tiffany don't get. And I'm just like, this is ridiculous. All right. Mel, you know why they are the way that they are, okay? You want to act like you don't know how Tiffany is, because that's basically what you said last week, talking about I only known her for 7 years on a business level, not a personal, so I don't know how her, bitch, you know, okay? Stop it, all right? And to this day, I will say, Destiny didn't owe that bitch an apology. I ain't mean to call a lady a bitch, I'm just on the roll. Destiny didn't owe Tiffany an apology, okay? I feel as though Tiffany owed her an apology. Tiffany owed Kimmy an apology, you know what I'm saying? And to be honest, I feel as though the way that she came at Destiny was a little bit worse than the way she came at Kimmy, and probably the reason why, I don't know. Y'all tell me how y'all feel about that. Moving on from that, we get into this whole situation with Mel and her friendship with Destiny. Destiny is confused by it because she don't know where they stand at. She said, we used to talk every other day, each week, and all this stuff, texting on the phone or whatever. And then, like, now after they wrapped the season, she hasn't heard anything from her. Now, to be quite honest, Destiny girlfriend, I already told you what it was in the season finale, okay? Mel is not your friend. Mel is not your good girlfriend. And y'all are in different places. And that happens where people, they used to be friends, or they starting to build friendships, and they realize that they're going down different paths and they don't have anything in common, or they can't relate to this person, or they don't feel comfortable enough letting this person in, or whatever. That's fine. We break off. Okay, if we want to just do business, that's what it is. But I would respect a bitch more if you just tell me, listen, this ain't what it is, okay? You cool or whatever, but I don't feel that closeness to you. I don't feel that chemistry no more. And I think we should just let it play out the way that it's playing out right now, okay? Instead of having me sitting here thinking like, damn, what the fuck did I do wrong? I'm trying to understand why my homegirl don't talk to me no more. Like, what's going on? Don't have a person sitting in the dark, especially if they really didn't do anything. And it is, like I said, it is very natural, and it happens where relationships just trail off and it drifts away. You know what I'm saying? It's understandable. But in this situation, Mel, you want to use all these type of excuses, talking about some, to be, I got to stop saying to be honest. That's another phrase that I use. Somebody going to get upset with. But, she was like, after I get through filming, the season, I just, I back away from everything. I just put everything else on hold. I block everything out. Girl, if you my friend, if I'm your friend and we've been friends, listen, I don't care if we on a show or whatever. I wouldn't be here sitting here being confused if you just needed some time to yourself and trying to understand what's going on with my our relationship, our friendship, if there really is one. I wouldn't have to question it, because I will understand that this is what you go through, and I'll let you go through your shit. You know what I'm saying? All you have to do is hit a bitch up and be like, listen, if I don't hit you up in a little bit, just know that I just need some time for myself. Destiny probably would have understood that shit. Okay? She would have understood that. And I'm the type of person, like, if we're filming a show, and this is how you go to show that some of these relationships are manufactured for the show, for these reality shows. Because if you're not talking to the person after the show wraps and you're only talking to them during the show, and y'all ain't had no major issues, y'all was never real friends, okay? And that's how I feel about Destiny and Mel. And I will continue to say, we have to remember that Destiny was Martel's friends first, okay? Yeah. And so, and I said, Destiny, I don't understand how you still cool with that nigga the way he be talking about your ass. But I'm just like, girl, you're talking about how you don't talk to nobody. You just drop off the face of the earth. And I get it. Sometimes we don't want to. But, real friends, give me a heads up. Answer my text message, okay? Tell me I'm going to be out the loop for a little bit. So if you don't hear from me, we good. But, just let me give some time to myself. And I'm pretty sure she would have understood. Don't leave a bitch in the dark. But then here comes Tisha basically saying, no, that's not it. Because Mel does that all the time. Mel will be there when she needs you, okay? When she needs to get it together. But when she get it together, she don't need you no more. Basically calling her a user, okay? And of course, Melody was not here for that. Them two get into their whole back and forth about that. And Tisha basically said Mel doesn't know how to be a friend. And I get that, they have their issues. But Mel, it does come off like that in certain instances, that you don't know how to be a friend and that you use these people to your advantages sometimes, okay? I also feel like when it comes to Destiny, and I will say this again, she probably feels some type of way that Destiny didn't let her in on what was going on with her relationship with LeBerry. Okay, she was left in the dark with that. Destiny, you had to take ownership of that. Also, I feel as though, damn, I lost the thought, but we'll come back to it. But Tisha and Mel, they get back into their whole issue. She was like, the difference between me and Mel is we was going through our issues on the show. We were not talking last season, but Destiny and Mel, they were friends, okay? They was trying to be friends, getting to know each other and all that. On the season, they were good. So it's not adding up as to why she just all of a sudden just want to not talk to the girl. Mel said her and Destiny is cool, okay? Tiffany gonna say something. You see, when Carlos asked that, are y'all okay or whatever, you didn't ask me that. Why would she? You and Destiny will never be friends, Tiffany. Okay, and then Mel and Tisha had their back and forth. Tisha, girl, y'all wasn't cool, and it came to a part where Tisha and Mel was going back and forth about what happened in their relationship and who was talking about who and taking ownership of this and taking ownership of that. Tisha, you had me in the first half when it came to the shit that you were saying about Mel and how she worked her friendships and stuff, in this Destiny situation. But after that, you lost me. All right, you lost me, bitch. Sometimes I be trying to be on your side and not be so harsh to you because everybody in the world does, okay? They ran your ass off of social media and it's understandable, bitch. If I was on the show, I wouldn't even look at the comments, period, okay? But you did at the beginning, in the beginning seasons, you did, okay? But at this point, I feel as though you need to look at some of them comments and see what people are saying because everybody is not on your side, all right? We see the bullshit that is coming out of your spoiled ass mouth, all right? Because, listen, you up here talking about some ownership and you talking about this whole situation with Kimmy and all of this. I'm just like, this got ridiculous. I said, why are we still rehashing this stuff? Okay, why are we still rehashing this? Kimmy, she feel like just because the issue between her and Tisha was because Tisha felt when Mel and her was going through what they were going through, Kimmy basically didn't have her side. And Kimmy was staying neutral, okay? Kimmy was not about to stop talking to Melody just because Kimmy is sister-in-laws with Tisha. And they were somewhat friends, okay? And that is okay. Kimmy was not trying to play the fence, I don't feel. Kimmy, I would have been Kimmy, okay? Because what you won't do, and I'm just going to sum it up right here, because this whole back and forth between Tisha and Kimmy and then throwing Mel up in the mix, Letitia, this is your problem. Your problem is, and Carlos asked, is she too immature to understand and handle the conversation? Kimmy, she was being nice to her when she said, no, I don't think that immature is the word. She just, it ain't that in her world, or whatever the fuck she said. But it is immature. You're spoiled. You're a brat, okay? And you're so childish. You need to grow up because Letitia is a grown-ass woman who still has that mindset. She is over 40 years old. And you still have that mindset of a child. If this person did something to me and I'm not talking to them, you ain't supposed to talk to them. None of my friends supposed to talk to them. If I have a falling out with this person, you have a falling out with them. If I say this is go, you say it go too. If I say the sky is green, bitch, you better say the sky is green. That's what she want. Everybody to be on her side 100%. When she ice somebody out, you ice them out. Even if she could be the one in the wrong. Okay? She wants all of that. She wants all of that. And that's not how the world works, sweetie. And Kimmy is a grown-ass woman. She is a grown-ass woman and she can make her own decision and you are not going to force her to be cool with you. And just because we are sister-in-law, we're related by marriage, sweetie. We ain't related by blood or experience, all right? That's not how we are related, And she got in her feelings because Carlo had asked Kimmy, would she be friends with Letitia if they were not, technically related because they're married, sister-in-law. She said, no, I wouldn't be cool with a person like that because she don't have the capacity to deal with a person like her. Don't have the capacity to deal with her nor her mother, okay? And I completely understood what Kimmy said because I'm looking at Letitia and I said I can never be cool with a person like that. I could never be cool seriously, I could never be cool with Mel like that because, no, I would have been cussed her out. 9 out of 10, I would have cussed Destiny out too. I have a short patience. Oh, God. Short fuse. Like, no. My patience is thin when it comes to ignorance, when it comes to stupidity, when it comes to immaturity. It just, like that childish shit. Like, we're too freaking grown at this point to be, oh, you can't talk to her. If she's not talking to me, you can't talk to her either because you're my sister-in-law. Just because I'm your sister-in-law don't mean that we're best friends. Where in the rule book that it says that? That's what sister wives supposed to do. We sister-in-laws, not sister wives, not sister friends, not none of that. Okay, that just because we're related by marriage don't mean that we automatically friends and not supposed to agree with everything that goes on in your life. No. Okay. She was like, she just expect people to go hard for her the way that she go hard for her friends. Kimmy said, bitch, when was the last time you went hard for me? And I said, exactly. Oh, when I was planning your bride. Girl, shut up. Shut up, Tisha. Because no, you complain about this lady this whole time and it is tiring, okay? Like, get over it, you spoiled brat. You spoiled brat, okay? Tisha acts like she ain't do nothing to contribute to the breakdown of any of these relationships, okay? The things between her and Mel, they was going back and forth about their relationship and what happened and who was talking what about who. Baby, both of y'all was talking shit about each other on the internet, okay? Y'all love social media. You was going back and forth. That's part of the reason why you had to cut off social media, because you kept on putting shit out there. Mel was putting shit out there. You was putting shit out there. Y'all both was talking about each other. So don't sit there and act like you didn't have no parts in it, okay? And don't just put it all on Mel and say that she can't take ownership. Bitch, why don't you take ownership for your side too? Okay? Damn. Meanwhile, Kimmy was just over it. Yeah, Kimmy was me. Okay? Then they brought the mamas out. Okay? Girl, then Marlene had to babysit the kids. Okay? We get that. But Wanda and Van, that's what I wanted to see. Van said that, it was hard and she was a little upset to see the stuff that was going on with Martel and Melody, because she was rooting for them and wanted them to have been able to come together and to stay together as a family. But to see the things that was going on, she just glad her daughter got out of that and doing better, trying to find her happiness without that. Martel, he acts like a little ass kid. Like at one point, when he be going back and forth with Mel, he be like, why you do that? Why'd you say that? Don't do that. Shut up. The high-pitched voice, it be whiny like he turns literally into a 6-year-old. And I'm just sitting here like, you got too many goddamn big-ass muscles on you to be talking like that. Now grow up. Man the fuck up. Okay? That's what you need to do right about now. Stop being a little bitch. But anyway, that whole situation, Martel said that he was sorry for the things that he did and how it played out. He said he tried. Van don't necessarily believe that, because the kids always saying Dad did this, Dad did that. He was like, that's because Mel said that. Mel be putting that up in their head. Always saying that Daddy got a girlfriend, Daddy got this, Daddy got that. She was like, no, bitch, that ain't me. Okay, so don't even put that on me. And she was like, he hasn't told her, because at first I think he said that Mel had told the kids about the other baby and him being with the other lady or whatever. And she was like, no. A few weeks ago, we went to Western Grill or whatever this restaurant was, and she had to calm her kids down because the kids saw something. She didn't see it at first. This is how I figured it. Because she was like, the daughter, Mariah, she lingering out the window like, get away from my dad. Get away from my dad. And she sees who she's talking to, and she realized that, oh, there's Martel over there with the baby mama and with the baby. And the kids don't know nothing about it. He has yet to tell them about the baby. And even Carlos was like, why haven't you told them about the baby? Why haven't you told them about their sibling? And he be bouncing around the question. He don't have a real legit answer, because I feel the way that he refuses to acknowledge publicly this child, which we all know is his, which we all know is here. We all know how the baby came about. The baby is innocent in all of this. The baby didn't ask to be born. You can still claim that. You can still love him, okay, out loud. You can still do all of that. You're free to do all of that because you are a parent, and you should. Every child deserves the same amount of love, And so I feel as though he said the mistake was getting her pregnant, but he wasn't a mistake or something like that. I feel like he feels that he's ashamed of the baby. He's ashamed that he got a new baby. He's ashamed of the child. And that's why he won't say nothing about it. That's why everybody else will acknowledge the baby but him. That's what I feel. That's what I feel. Correct me if I'm wrong. Are we on the same track? Let me know. Meanwhile, he said, why was you over there? Why was you over there? You pathetic. I said, no, nigga, you pathetic, okay? Everything about you is pathetic. Then and Miss Wanda go back and forth. She just not here about, let me just say, Wanda would have got her ass slapped the fuck up. Yeah, some of y'all think, and there's some people out here that think that the antics of Wanda is cute. And I can understand going hard for your child because that's your child. But see, Wanda is different. Wanda attacks people just to do so. And it ain't even got nothing to do with Tisha. Okay? Van is not here for Wanda trying to give advice to her baby about trying to get back up into this relationship with Martel after all the emotional abuse that she been going through and psychological, all that stuff, and the cheating or whatever. And she was like, basically, don't be giving no advice to my daughter. What makes you think that she was gonna be taking your advice? And then Wanda said the dumb thing, what makes you think she'd take your advice? Because that's her goddamn mama and they got a good-ass relationship. So, of course, she would take her advice. Because her mama see where she coming from. Why would you even say that? That was dumb, Wanda, one. Okay? And then at one point, Wanda told Miss... see, this is where I would have snapped. Because what you not gonna do, baby, I can say all the things that I want to say about my mama, but bitch, what you not gonna do, you not gonna embarrass her, okay? And you not gonna let no disrespect come out your mouth towards her in this instant, okay? Just because you got your little wires crossed or whatever, because you want to be big and bad. She told Miss Wanda that with them tapes that you did, you should have been showing Mel them things that you did in the tape. Maybe that's what she could have used in her bedroom. I said, excuse the fuck out of me, bitch. And I said, Mel, you ain't pop your ass up and go over there and pop her ass. Listen, the security didn't even try to stop you. You stayed seated firmly. I mean, girl, I know this is a classy show, or we at least trying to with your little ball gowns on or whatever. But if you would have got up, I would have been all here for it. Okay? And Tisha, this is what Kimmy is saying. You don't try to intervene with your mama. Granted, we know that your mama gonna say whatever the hell it is that she want, but you ain't try to stop that. You ain't try to stop that and say, Mama, don't say no mess like that. Man, see, this is why people don't fuck with you like that. You ain't do nothing like that. You just set your ass there and let that shit play out the way that it played out. Girl, I swear to God, if that would have been me, I would have came up out that audience and I would have knocked the fuck out of Miss Wanda. I don't care. I don't give a damn. Because what you not going to do is sit up there and embarrass my mama like that and disrespect her. And then Tisha going to talk about Kimmy need to respect her mama. Bitch, fuck you, okay? Girl, Wanda don't deserve no respect. Bitch, you got to give respect to give respect. And I don't care if you owe. That respect your elders shit don't always fly, okay? Because some of these elders be goddamn damn disrespectful. Then we get up into this whole situation about Van and these sex tapes. Tisha had to come through and say she told her mama, I give Tisha this. She said, I told her to stay off of social media because you need to stop talking about rumors that have not been proven to be fact yet. And you bringing life to it because you keep repeating stuff. Get off of social media, you know? And I said, damn, Miss Wanda, you act like a goddamn kid. You're like addicted to social media. And I'm pretty sure she be on Facebook and all them conspiracy groups too. Because that's where the older people like to be. Facebook is their headquarters, you know? And they get into the whole relationship between Van and Mark, okay? That's the other brother, the Scott brother. She said they ain't had no relationship, they had a friendship. Martel was like, so y'all had a friendship, but you was driving 5 to 6 hours just to go see him and hang out with him or whatever? I said, Miss Van, that was your boo. That was your little boo thing. That was your little sneaky link. That's all that it was, and that's fine. And even Marceau said, listen, I don't feel like they had anything. Whatever it is they had, that's between them. But it was some type of relationship. That's all that it needs to be. Was it some sex tapes involved or whatever? No, we've never seen it. Nobody has ever produced anything, so let that go, okay? I'm glad that they stood up for that part. Moving on from that, why Wanda called Kimmy a snake, and she was like, because you up here talking about, you know, Tisha, you team Mel, but you and Tisha was talking about Mel, and now I bet you now that you cool with Mel, you probably be talking about Tisha. I'm like, girl, shut up, okay? Shut up. It is exhausting to be around them and to, I just couldn't do it. Kimmy, she was just over it. She was just over it because at one point, Carlos had asked her, like, do you feel bad about, the whole situation when she said, fuck you or shut the fuck up or whatever to Miss Wanda? And she was like, no, because you got a couple of times to try me before I just let that shit go, and you're not going to keep on disrespecting me. And I understood exactly where Kimmy was coming from. I let you go once. I let you go twice. Bitch, you're not going to come at me a third time without me not saying and correcting your ass, okay? Because how much disrespect are we supposed to take? And once again, fuck that being that's Tisha mama or that's an elder or whatever. If you want to talk to me like you some on my goddamn level, bitch, I'm gonna talk to you just like that too. Okay, you want to disrespect me, you're gonna get disrespected the fuck back. I don't care how old you are, and I don't care who mother you are. Okay, bitch, you don't do that. You don't do that. I talk to my mama like that behind her back. Okay. Cause bitch, I respect my mama to her face. Tisha made me mad when she said respect my no respect. Tell your mama to respect other people, okay? Damn. Meanwhile, Marcel was just saying how it was messed up how the relationships has gone because the brothers, they feel bad about the way that the relationship is going right now between Tisha and Kimmy. And at this point, Marcel feels, and what he said is true, they let outside noise get involved. That's part of it. He said with a lot of the relationships here. That is 100% correct. But also, people don't know how to let go of stuff. People don't know how to be adults about things. People don't know how to have mature conversations. And if people don't want to listen to people when they're talking and let them get their points out and then rebut and then try to come to a good conclusion, a compromise, they're not going to go nowhere. Because some of these issues could have been solved with a simple, mature conversation. And we could have been done with it and never bring it up again. But see, people make these conversations and say that we're cool and we don't need to revisit the past, but then they always bring it back up. The past ain't never just going to stay in the past, okay? That's when Jalen comes out. They was kikiing and joking about Jalen and Destiny, him sending over there. I'm just mad since Jalen came out, I'm mad that they didn't discuss the whole situation about the way Marcel and Tisha treated Jalen and the general manager stuff. I wonder why they did not talk about that. I wonder why. I really do, because that was a hot button topic too. Y'all didn't know how to do business. Y'all was putting all that work on that man, that boy, okay? But yeah, I know y'all saw the drama. I really don't care for it. It is what it is. Like what did y'all expect? Okay. Maurice was lying his ass off last week about that boy's trip. Ariane came through and wait a minute, I think it was Marceau that put the picture up. Ariane went on a rant or whatever. Girl, I ain't got time. Y'all go look at Bondi and Mr. Still Standing or Scotty by Nature videos. They talked about all of that if y'all want to know some more. I saw the mess, but I'm over it. Love and Marriage Huntsville is over until season 4. I will no longer be talking about it until season 4, okay? You guys, it's been a joy. It's been a pleasure. Y'all tell me how y'all felt about this reunion, and I will see y'all. I'll see y'all asses tomorrow. Peace.